Hi there, this is Trainer Julia, and I'm expanding the videos that I'm doing on my channel to talk about health as well as fitness. And this video I'm doing today is about a subject that's very close to me because it just happened to me for the first time, and it's about alopecia areata. Alopecia areata is kind of unexplained patchy hair loss that can occur quite suddenly and without warning at any time in life. The patches can be small, or as the case was with me, the patches can be quite large and on different spots of your head. Sometimes it can't be covered up. Sometimes alopecia becomes alopecia totalis or universalis, which means some people lose all of the hair on their head and all of their body hair and their eyelashes and everything, which I'm sure is extremely devastating. So I'm going to do a few videos on alopecia areata just to talk about how I've been treating it and dealing with it, but I just want to start by telling you what happened to me and how I started on my journey. So what happened to me was had normal kind of hair, like thinning hair that's genetic, that runs in my family on my mom's side all my life, but still had hair. And right now it's May of 2019, so back in the fall of 2018, going back 7 or 8 months, that summer and fall was a very difficult time for me. I was going through a lot of stress at work. I had some really bad stress happening around my house. There was a really horrific event that happened in my husband's family that we were dealing with in the summer. And so a lot of things were happening that were very, very stressful. Although I just want to point out that doctors claim that alopecia areata is not brought on by stress. Anecdotally, a lot of people say that it is brought on by stress. A couple of months after all of that stuff had happened, in November of last year, November 2018, it was funny because I would be combing my hair and then I saw this little kind of a little patchy thing right here, and I didn't think anything of it. And then it was like a few weeks later, and I don't even remember extra hair falling out more than usual, but I went into the bathroom and I lifted up my hair, and hopefully I have the ability to put these pictures on while I'm talking about this, of what I looked like when I first discovered how bad it was, which is in December. I had lost a huge chunk of my hair here, behind the ear here, and another big chunk above my ear, and another spot right here. I would think I'd lost 25% of all my hair. I was very fortunate in a sense because the hair right up here stayed, and so I could actually still wear my hair just like this, and you couldn't see the bald patches except in the wind or if my hair moved around at all. Like I couldn't put it back, I couldn't do anything with it except keep it exactly like this. So the main thing I want to talk about in this video is how totally devastating it is for women. I'm going to talk about it as a woman. I'm sure it's devastating for men too, but as a woman, when I had to show my husband what I looked like, and I just remember going to work the next day and coming home and sitting on the couch and just crying and crying and crying and crying, like it felt like my life was over, and I didn't want to leave the house. And it was right before Christmas, so we had like trips planned and people coming and things going on, and I just had to go through all of this, like feeling so horrible about myself and so self-conscious. David, God bless his soul, bought me 2 hats when we were on one of our trips to Victoria on Vancouver Island, and I wore hats every day whenever I was outside the house. Fortunately, it was winter, so it kind of looked all right to be wearing a hat, because if my hair blew up, it was just bald underneath. It was just so devastating to me. It's so emotionally devastating for women that I have heard that for women it's as bad as losing a limb. That's what the pain is like, the emotional pain. And at the time my husband was saying, oh, you should just go and see a counselor, But you can go and see a counselor, but nothing a counselor is going to say to you is going to make your hair grow back or make you feel better about yourself, you know. So it wasn't bad enough that I needed wigs or anything, but I definitely had to cover up my head as much as possible when I was outside. And alopecia areata is an autoimmune response where your body starts attacking your own hair follicles. And so your hair follicles fall out, and what's left is a shiny bald patch or patches on various, it can be on any part of your head. And, you know, one of several things can happen. It can get worse and you can lose all your hair, you can grow back your hair, and then start cycling through having the patches coming back again and again and again, or sometimes you can have it once and it'll never come back again. So right now, fingers crossed, this was my first event. I'm really hoping that it never happens to me again. I consider myself very fortunate. I will do another video that explains what treatment plan I have been doing, but due to, I think, the treatment plan that I've been doing, my hair is growing back. So here, you know, if you've seen the pictures of me before, the hair is growing back there like it's nothing like it was. There might still be a little tiny patch back there, but there's hair growing over it. There's still a bit of a patch right here, and then I don't know if you can see, but I mean, I'm glad if you can, because it is actually starting to grow back quite nicely now, especially compared to what it was like before. I don't have an autoimmune disease. I did a lot of blood tests and all sorts of testing after this happened to me, and they really don't know why it happened to me. Sometimes there's no answer. If this happens to you, you need to go and see your doctor right away. Get a referral for a dermatologist, start seeing a specialist who knows something about this, and start getting treated right away so you can start to feel like you're doing something about it and getting your power back. And also to go online and Google Alopecia Areata Foundation. There's a number of foundations, some in the United States. Anyway, it doesn't matter, they're on the internet. And it's a great place to start doing your research about what this means, how it happens, and what you can begin to do to treat it, because there's several different ways to treat it, either through a doctor, homeopathy, supplements, and I'm doing a little bit of all that. And as I say, I'm going to do another video about that in the future. My name is Julia, and I'm an alopecia areata survivor. My hair is growing back, and yeah, I'll do some more videos to talk about, you know, other ways that this has affected my life and treatment. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about alopecia areata. My name is Trainer Julia, and I wish you a good day.